some drainage features into the property that will capture the runoff, the increase in runoff from a 10-year storm event from flowing out to the neighbor's property. There's some retention and detention that will be directed into the stone driveway area, so that would capture some of the runoff from the westerly portion of the property of the building, and then along the southerly property line, which is abutting the Worcester home, we proposed a drainage swale that is 5 feet wide by 12 inches deep, in essence along the entire, close to the entire southerly property line, which will capture any of the runoff, the increase in the runoff from the building, and then discharge it through a level spreader into the coastal feature and into Narragansett Bay, away from the Evangelista property.
No further questions, so this is the problem. Any questions from the board? Hearing no questions. All right. Mr. Summit, please.
Yes.
John Summit.
S-O-M-Y-K.
Thank you.
Where do you live, Mr. Summit?
I live on 401 Seaside Drive.
And are you a builder?
Yes.
Are you licensed in the state of Rhode Island as a builder?
Yes.
How long have you been a builder?
I've been building for 18 years, 12 years under Seminole.
12 years on.
Under Seminole Development.
So the name of your company is?
Seminole Development.
Okay. And that's a Rhode Island corporation?
Yes.
Okay. Approximately how many homes have you built?
Over 80.
Okay. Ask him to be qualified as an expert builder, please.
Can you know an expert builders?
Houses. With regard to this design, could you have there were a couple of questions from the board related to the facade of the structure. Please explain that to the board.
The facade under the porch will be stone veneer, and the rest of the house will be shingles.
So is that stones on edge or vertically, sort of, so they're tall, or on the horizontal edge? So
The type of stone hasn't been chosen yet, but probably something in keeping with a Jamestown style stone, that gray Jamestown rock, something what most homes are.
Let me just be perfectly frank about what I'm asking about. There's a house on Whittier that used a stone facade where the stones were placed vertically.
Yeah.
It looks terrible. And if that's what your plan is, I would want to know that. It would influence my decision to be perfectly honest. There's no pattern shown on the plan, and so I'm nervous about that. And this is, and as I understand the plan, the stone, and maybe I'm wrong, it looks like it goes up above the first floor as well.
We're taking a quick look on the plan. No, the stone will be under the porch area.
Okay, so what's the side, what's the exterior material?
Would be white cedar.
White cedar shingles?
This is a bleaching oil.
Okay.
I mean, a typical stone, I don't know, are you familiar with Seaside Drive, some of the homes on Seaside?
Some.
Are you familiar with my home on 401 Seaside?
No.
That's a Jamestown stone, and that's laid various, what you're describing is like a sailboat style, they call it, with a rock with a flat, a large surface area,
Right.
rather than laid step.
Yeah.
It's a mixture. A lot of the stone work done on the island is a mixture of laying it flat and standing up. But I know what you're talking about. Some of them that are all laid like that do look horrible.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's in our plan at all.
I have a couple of questions. I just want to confirm certain measurements. With respect to the living room, it would appear from the plans that the living room north to south is approximately 28 feet wide. Could you
want to walk over to the
sure.
plan?
If you want to correct or incorrect. If you're on page 5 of 6.
Would be on,
Page 5 of 6.
thank you.
The question was now then?
Whether the living room is approximately 28 feet wide, going from north to south or south to north?
Actually, this is split up here as living room here and dining room over here. So, I mean, if you're carrying all the way to here, on this side,
Yes,
it's not really part of the living room. The dining room extends into that area.
I understand.
Okay.
But if you were to take the, okay, so, all right.
See the
But
floor.
there is going to be, so the living room would be, at some point, there's going to be a dining room, living room distinction, I presume.
Yeah, it's mainly the distinction will come from the furniture itself. There's no walls in there. It's going to be designed probably with some steel. The engineering is not completed yet, so we don't have the approval yet. But the steel will carry across to carry that room all open and carry the load, and also for the shear wall strength of that. But the house is designed, when you come down the staircase, you have basically a walking corridor between the two rooms to this viewing area in the middle of it. And there'll be just two rooms there.
Okay, so the living room, dining room combination then will be 38 feet wide, north to south.
Correct, dining room and living.
And if you could go to the next page, please. And we'll talk about the master bedroom for a second. Is the master bedroom 24.9 feet wide?
Correct. It's actually quite large, but it was designed such that the corridor would have access to that bedroom and into the master. So it really wasn't important that side of the room so much, but because of the corridor, you can see where it's coming across. You need access to the master bedroom, and to the next bedroom. So it was a give and take type situation. Actually, the interior of this home still has some final modifications because there are some things about it that make the flow a little difficult. But to answer an earlier question about handicapped accessibility, a lot of the stuff like corridors on the first floor, door sizes were done for that accessibility. And because there's only one step into the house, if a ramp was needed for that one step, it would be a shorter ramp and easier to accommodate. So the house, the handicap accessibility was part of the conversation and part of the design.
Question on that? The bedroom's on the second floor?
The bedrooms are on the second floor, so again, if need be, somebody could turn a study into a temporary situation where they could, somebody got where they couldn't walk
Question
there.
off the top, but because I can't imagine the situation in the elevator.
I mean, that's a possibility later, or a stair lift. I mean, there are ways to deal with that. But the house, the first floor design was made, the corridors wide enough and doors and steps into the house so that it would be accommodated to office mother.
What's the total square footage of the house?
The house was 3,400 and change. That's on 2 floors. The first floor is about 1,500 and change, plus the garage.
That's just measures, I don't know how you come up with that.
Well, the box itself, if you measure the box,
I took out the garage.
go 38 by 40.
38 by,
40. You may have a different plan that says 42 feet.
one that says, including the garage, it says 72.
Yeah, this is all deck, this is not the house.
Yeah, okay.
Right,
So we measured from roughly here and took out the garage.
Right, so if you take the building envelope, it's 40 by 38, what does that come around, 1,500? 1520. We add a little bit here, so maybe 1550 or so. 1550 is a living on this.
And the measurement you used was 38.
40 feet here by 38. 38 would be the width of the home, which is right here, so you have 38. So 38, that's 15 and change on the first floor, multiplied up by 2, you're 3,100 square feet.
Well, it's more.
Yeah, 3,100, and then add a few hundred feet for above the garage, it's 34 and change, the total square.
What's the basement plan? I noticed there's a lot of fenestration on the basement, and it's not an elevation for the kitchen.
We don't have a plan of the basement.
Yes.
The basement design has the back of the basement is pretty open, and the front of the basement is designed for heating system and storage. Most of the basement is for storage, but the rear would have some, potential for,